In this episode, the body is bombarded by meteorites, well, actually pollen. So here comes the immune system. Macrophage picks up the antigen and presents it to helper T cell. Helper T cell recruits B cell to fight the invading antigens. B cell gets deployed with its antibodies, this time IgE. Ig stands for immunoglobulin, another word for antibody. E refers to its class, of which there are a total of 5 classes of antibodies. The antibody consists of 2 parts, the heavy chain and the light chain, named after their sizes. The upper region of the heavy chain, together with the light chain, makes up the variable fragment, Fab, which recognizes and binds to the antigen and varies from B cell to B cell. The lower region of the heavy chain is always the same and is known as the constant fragment, Fc. There are 5 different types of heavy chains: mu, delta, gamma, alpha, and epsilon. These heavy chains determine the class of the antibodies: IgM, IgD, IgG, IgA, and IgE, which in turn determines its functions. IgM and IgD are the first classes of antibodies to be expressed, with IgM secreted in the pentamer form. These B cells are naive and have never encountered an antigen. During a match, B cells are activated and replicate, with some of the B cells undergoing isotype switching, with their antibody classes changing into IgG. Further stimulation also includes IgA and IgE into the arsenal. This increases the diversity of B cell functions for frequently encountered antigens. IgG are primarily involved in response to repeat encounters and exist as monomers. The small size allows for easy transfer from the blood and lymph to the tissue. IgA is found in the mucus and facilitates mucosal immunity. IgE, the star of this episode, targets allergens. The excess amounts of IgE led to mast cells releasing loads of histamines. Mast cells have receptors which recognize and bind to the epsilon heavy chain constant fragment and degranulate, releasing histamine. As compared to the previous episode, mast cells release a lot more histamine. This is due to the difference in the intensity of the stimulation. In episode 4, damage by foodborne pathogens only released small amounts of DAMs. This time, lots of pollen allergens were introduced, which require a large amount of IgE to neutralize them, which in turn leads to a large number of mast cells being activated. Other than stimulating vasodilation, which increases immune response, histamine has a lot of other functions. Histamine also stimulates other cells which express histamine receptors, such as smooth muscle cells leading to muscle contraction, and nerve cells leading to nervous stimulation. However, excessive amounts of histamine result in overstimulation of these cells. Excess vasodilation results in flushing and bloodshot eyes, excess smooth muscle contraction leads to tissue swelling, and excess nervous stimulation leads to irritation, sneezing, and tearing. These effects are mostly observed in the face, particularly the eyes and the nose, as these are the regions which are most exposed to the pollen. This is a result of an allergy, also known as hypersensitivity, where the immune system overreacts to an antigen and causes more harm than good, sometimes possibly killing you. Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. The problem was soon averted with a steroid delivery, which attacks the immune cells, effectively bringing an end to the allergy. Steroid drugs have a structure similar to glucocorticoids, the hormone found in your body. Steroids inhibit the production of cytokines and receptors, which prevents the recruitment of more immune cells. In B cell, such an action inhibits the replication and antibody production. All these dampen the immune response to an allergen, allowing your body to recover from the allergy reaction. Glucocorticoids in your body also have the same mode of action, dampening immune reaction after the clearance of pathogens, preventing any further damage to your body through a negative feedback loop. In this case, however, the immune system was overstimulated and overwhelmed the negative feedback, thus requiring steroids from an external source. Contrary to what this episode shows, steroids do not target non-immune cells. This is the job of antihistamines, another type of anti-allergy medication which competes with histamine for histamine receptors, reducing the stimulation of these cells. Pollen season eventually ends and the body can recover, at least until the next year when these allergens are released once again, setting in motion the entire hypersensitive immune response, and the blame game starts once again. There are, however, means to control an allergy. The best way is to avoid exposure to the allergen, which in this case is to wear face masks and shades to prevent or minimize pollen entering the system. Anti-allergy medicine can be taken before exposure to the allergen to minimize the hypersensitive immune response. However, the weakened immune response may make you more susceptible to any infections, so please consult your doctor or physician for prescription guidelines on any anti-allergy medication.